I open the front door with a bag of groceries and a head full of weekend plans. 2 seconds later, I freeze. There's a glass tank on our coffee table. Empty. No lid, no snake. "Travis!" I yell. Nothing. The kitchen clock ticks louder than it should, every beat of it saying, "Snake, snake, snake." I drop the groceries. Apples roll across the floor, each one a potential ambush point. His bedroom door opens. He's grinning like a kid who just discovered fire. "You're back early." I stare at the tank. "You own a snake now?" "It's a ball python," he says proudly. "They're harmless." Past tense or present tense? "Well," he says, running a hand through his hair, "she might have slipped out while I was setting up the heat lamp." "Might have?" He shrugs. Snickers is shy. Then she bends to pick up one of my runaway apples, too casual for a man who's lost a reptile in a 700-square-foot apartment. "Relax," he says. "She'll show up when she's hungry." Which, in my imagination, is right about when I'm brushing my teeth tonight. I dump the groceries on the counter and point at the floor. We are finding her, now, before I burn this place down. Travis rolls his eyes, but grabs a flashlight. We start the search. Under the couch, dust bunnies, no snake. Behind the TV, cables, one of my socks, still no snake. In the bathroom, steam makes me imagine movement in every towel. The snake is apparently the Houdini of house pets. I kneel by the fridge with my phone flashlight trembling. "How big was she again?" He holds his hands about 3 feet apart. "Depends if she's stretching." "Stretching? Why would she—" Never mind. Half an hour later, I'm sweating, nerves shredded. My imagination turns every creak in the floorboards into scales dragging. I picture her coiled in my shoe. I picture her digesting my shoe. I picture moving out. "She's not dangerous," Travis insists for the 100th time. "She's a baby." That's what every horror movie says before Act 2. He snorts. "If you're so freaked out, sleep in my room tonight." "With what sitting under your bed?" I bark a laugh that sounds nothing like humor. He grins again. I go back to the kitchen to recollect my courage. Something shifts behind the cupboards. Just a soft slide like sandpaper on wood. Both of us whip around at once. "Did you hear that?" I whisper. Travis edges closer, flashlight beams shaking across the linoleum. "Snickers?" he says softly, like she'll chirp back. A metallic clang answers him, the sound of something bumping a pan. I jump back a foot. He gets on his knees and peers through the crack under the sink. "Yeah, she's back there." "Great. Awesome. Do you want to, I don't know, get her?" "Need the hook," he mutters. "The what?" He pulls a thin metal rod from the tank setup, helps move her gently. I press my back to the opposite wall. He opens the cupboard slowly. Pipes, cleaning supplies, darkness. Then I see it. A smooth brown and gold ribbon slipping along the baseboard, tongue flicking. My body turns cold. "Please tell me that's smaller than I remember," I whisper. Travis grins like he's spotting treasure. "Hey, sweetheart." She slides partially out, calm as a stream of molasses. He scoops her onto the hook, talking to her in a low voice until she coils safely around his wrist. I exhale a breath I didn't know I'd been holding. "See?" he says, completely harmless. He strokes her like proof. She sticks her tongue toward me, tasting my terror. "She likes you," he adds. "I'm changing the locks," I say. He laughs, drops her gently back in the tank, and this time locks the lid tight. Crisis over. I lean against the counter, heartbeat hammering. "Crisis postponed," I correct. "If she ever gets out again, I move out or she does." He raises his eyebrows. "You'd really kick out my girl?" "She's not on the lease, Travis." He nods, half smirking. "We'll negotiate." I spend the rest of the evening triple-checking every door and vent while he watches a movie with headphones on, blissfully unbothered. Around midnight, I write a new rule on the fridge in black marker. No pets that can swallow roommates. The next morning, I find Travis at the table, feeding Snickers a thawed mouse with a pair of tongs. She swallows it in one smooth motion. He looks up, sees my face, and says cheerfully, "See? She's happy here." I pour coffee and mutter, "One of us is." When she flicks her tongue against the glass, I raise my mug and salute. "Stay in your lane, kid," I tell her. For now, an armistice. But I keep my bedroom door shut and a towel stuffed under the crack, just in case détente fails. 2 days go by without incident. I almost start believing the peace will hold, that maybe coexistence is possible between one anxious human and one unbothered reptile. Then Sunday morning happens. I'm making coffee when I realize the tank is empty again. The lid is leaning against the wall, like it fainted. "Travis!" I shout. He stumbles out of his room barefoot, hair sticking up, holding his phone. "What?" "Your noodle is gone." He blinks, looks at the tank, and mutters something that might be a curse or a prayer. "Again?" "She's not Houdini. You just keep forgetting the lid." He waves his phone. "I was cleaning the filter. Maybe she slipped past me." "You think?" We start the search again. This time I'm less cooperative. "Your snake, your problem," I say, perched on a chair like the floor is lava. He kneels and peers under the couch. "She's so tiny," he says. "She can't have gone far." "Tiny is relative," I say, clutching my mug. I picture curling up in bed tonight and finding her on my pillow, tucked up like an organic phone charger. "We need to call animal control." He laughs. "They'll laugh us off the line." "I'll pay them to laugh then." He ignores me and moves to my bedroom door. "You mind if I cut him off, glaring. "If she's in there, your rent goes up." He opens the door carefully. I lean forward to see clothes, shoes, shadows, and then he freezes. "Found her," he whispers. "Where?" "She's in your backpack." My jaw drops. "Why would she?" "She likes warmth." I stand on the chair, pointing to my bag like it's a ticking bomb. "Retrieve your demon, Travis." He approaches slowly, as if trying to negotiate diplomacy. "Hey, girl, it's okay." He lifts the backpack gently. A blunt, triangular head slips out from the zipper, tongue flicking at the air. My knees wobble. I start muttering prayers from a religion I don't belong to. "She's fine," he says, sliding her onto his arm. "See? She's calm." "Calm?" I squeak. "She broke into my personal belongings like a burglar with scales." He chuckles, placing her back in the tank, and this time locking the lid with actual zip ties. "There. Maximum security." I get off the chair, still glaring. "You're buying me a new backpack." "Sure. Maybe snakeskin?" He grins. I groan. By evening, the adrenaline fades into exhaustion and reluctant amusement. My friends fill our group chat with laughing emojis when I tell them. One message reads, "At least she likes you better than she likes him." I laugh hard enough to choke on coffee. Later, when Travis leaves for a late shift, I walk over to the tank. Snickers is coiled under her heat lamp, gorgeously still. Her eyes reflect the room like molten copper. "Truce?" I say. She blinks, maybe agreement, maybe plotting. Hard to tell with snakes. That night, I dream she's huge, winding carefully around the apartment like a living security fence, keeping everything out, even fear. I wake up oddly calm. In the morning, Travis sticks his head into the kitchen. "She's staying put." "She better. Third escape, and I'm calling a priest." He snickers, pun intended, and grabs his keys. "You like her more than you admit." I check the tank again. She flicks her tongue once, curls tighter, and ignores me completely. Maybe I do like her. Maybe she's teaching me that not every unpredictable thing in life wants to hurt me. Some just want warmth and a quiet corner. Still, I keep the towel under my bedroom door, just in case enlightenment doesn't stick. A month passes, and Snickers stays where she belongs. I start to believe the apartment has returned to its natural ecosystem. One overworked resident, one chaos enthusiast roommate, one reptile sunbathing under her lamp. But peace in our place never lasts long. It's a Friday night when Travis bursts through the door shouting, "Goldfish." I nearly drop my dinner. "We're not doing aquatic drama now," I say. "We just survived the snake era." He's grinning too wide for comfort. "Relax, different tank." He points to Snickers' enclosure. My stomach flips. Inside the glass, the snake is in slow motion, pressing her body against the wall as though trying to understand gravity. Next to her sits a smaller clear container full of water and, yes, 2 actual goldfish. Enrichment, Travis explains. She likes watching them. It's like Netflix for snakes. My voice climbs several octaves. "You brought live bait into her living room?" He laughs. "Not bait, decor. Science says visual stimulation prevents boredom." I pinch the bridge of my nose. If the fish disappear, so do you. To my surprise, days pass and the fish remain. Snickers just lounges like royalty, staring at them with regal indifference. I start feeding them when Travis forgets, humming while I do it. That's when I realize I'm taking care of her enrichment project. Somewhere she won. The next incident is smaller but stranger. I come home one evening to find the tank light off, the lamp unplugged, and Travis asleep on the couch, surrounded by open textbooks. Resting on his chest like a living scarf is Snickers. He's snoring, she's still. The image freezes me halfway between awe and another panic attack. "Travis?" I whisper. He doesn't stir. I stare closer. Her body rises and falls with his breathing, mirroring the rhythm perfectly. When he finally wakes, blinking at me, his first words are, "She likes the sound of hearts." "You're insane," I reply, but lower my voice so I don't startle her. He gently moves to place her back inside the tank. When she slides off his arm, I swear she gives me a look that says, "You worry too much." Maybe she's right. She hasn't escaped again, even though part of me still expects it. I catch myself leaning near the glass sometimes, watching her tongue flick against the world, that silent radar of curiosity. One evening, while Travis is out, I sit on the couch reading, and she starts gliding along the front wall of the tank, slow, restful waves of motion. I find myself talking to her without thinking. "You know you scared me half to death, right?" She pauses, head tilted, eyes unblinking. "Yeah," I continue, "but maybe I needed something to shake up my routine." When Travis returns, he catches me mid-monologue. "You're bonding," he cheers. "I'm processing trauma," I say. "Same thing." We laugh. Maybe he's right about that too. By the time our lease ends, Snickers has fans online. Travis posts videos, Rescue Python finds enlightenment, and thousands of followers leave snake emojis in the comments. The world loves her calm face. Nobody knows she once terrorized a grown human armed only with a coffee mug and sarcasm. Moving day arrives with boxes and dust. Travis is relocating to another building that allows exotic pets. I'm staying closer to downtown, already hunting for places that require proof of mammalian tendencies. He loads Snickers' tank into the van last. Before they go, I crouch to meet her level. Her scales shimmer in the sunlight, tiny galaxies in brown and gold. I tap a knuckle gently against the glass. "Stay in your box, superstar." Her tongue flicks once, quick as a wink. As they drive off, the apartment feels weirdly quiet, a silence missing its hiss. I look around at the empty living room and realize I'm not afraid anymore, just grateful. Sharing space with a creature I didn't understand taught me that fear shrinks once you name it, and sometimes it even curls up under a heat lamp and lets you feed it breakfast. That night, in my new pet-free studio, I tuck the towel under the door out of habit, then laugh and pull it away. No need. The only thing lurking in this room is peace, stretching out like a harmless coil waiting for morning.